Practice field. Noah Sherman, recognize this? Aloha. Everybody excited to be back to school? Yeah. Well, I gotta tell you, the teachers are also really excited, and everybody else. We've been waiting for you to arrive. All the fun walked into the gym today. We're really excited. I'm going to talk a little bit more later, but now we have two special groups to welcome into the gym. First, the class of 2017, accompanied by the class of 2029. Let's give it up for the seniors and the kindergartners. The anticipation is killing me. Hey there. Welcome. campus. And of course, the seniors. Let's give it up for the seniors. They rule. They rule. Did you recognize the song coming in? Where that comes from? The Olympics. We'll talk about that in a moment. Okay. Now, I would like to invite up some colleagues who have some special messages to give to you, starting with Mrs. Harrison.
Aloha kakahiaka kako. E kona au ia o ko I ko kako kula. E ho'o mai ka I ia kako I ke ia makahiki kula.
Thank you. Madame Makina.
Bonjour. Je vous souhaite la bienvenue pour l'année 2016 et nous sommes ravis que vous soyez parmi nous.
Hejsan allihopa! Välkommen till ett nytt skolår. Det här kommer att vara ett jättebra år och vi är så glada att ni är alla här. Heja Sverige!
So now maybe you're getting an idea of what's happening. We heard first Hawaiian, then we heard French, then we heard Swedish. Now we're going to hear, see if you can recognize.
おはようございます。皆さんお元気ですか？今年もよろしくお願いします。今年一緒に頑張りましょうよ。
Japanese.
Bonjour, je suis le professeur d'anglais de DP1 et bienvenue le premier jour d'école. Merci. Ni hao. 欢迎每个人来我们的学校，我们会很好的念书。再见。 Habari ya asubuhi mabibi na mabwana, nashukuru sana kuonana na wewe leo asubuhi kutoka Tanzania. Naitwa Kyle Queens. Asanteni sana na shukrani sana.
Now that you recognize Grant speaking Mandarin, you probably didn't recognize Mr. Quinn, he was speaking Swahili. And here is another unusual language.
Okay, Neskani. Buxable is Gapi.
That was Blackfeet. Blackfeet.
Buongiorno, vi auguro a tutti un buon anno, divertitevi, lavorate bene e l'estate arriva fra poco.
And that was Italian. 所以我要说，大家好，我很高兴，欢迎你们到我们的学校回来。I said in Chinese, thank you for coming. I'm very happy to welcome everybody back to school. Now, why do we do this? Because in the IB, international mindedness is very, very important. And international mindedness is defined by the IB as multilingualism and intercultural sensitivity and global engagement. So we wanted to highlight some of the languages that people know here, that people speak here, right? And we want to do that all year long because we have a theme this year about international mindedness. We really want to promote that. I be internationally minded. I am. So if you're learning another language, you already speak another language, I encourage you throughout the year, go ahead and speak it. Let's hear it. That's part of being a global citizen. Okay? So, another thing, that song that was coming in, I think many of you identified it correctly. It was the Olympic theme song. Have you been watching the Olympics? Yeah. Me too. Every night. Every night. I've got work to do, but I can't do it because I'm watching the Olympics. They're so exciting. And what I've learned, what I've been thinking and reflecting on the Olympics, I think the Olympic ideals are the same ideals we have as a school. If you look it up, the Olympic ideals are 3 ideals. The first one is excellence. The Olympic ideal of excellence is about doing your best, always pushing yourself, either individually or collectively, but always that focus on doing your best, doing more. And the second one is, the second Olympic ideal is friendship. It's about respecting people from other cultures who might have different ways of thinking about the world, different ways of talking, different ways of dressing, but to treat them with respect, which is the third Olympic ideal. These are good ideals for us to think about today and in the next few weeks. How do we live out these ideals? And in particular, there's one person, many of you know I love swimming, so I'm really drawn to the Olympic swimming. And of course, there's an incredible story there, right? Everybody knows Michael Phelps, right? Michael Phelps! Wow! I mean, there are all kinds of Olympic athletes who do really wonderful things, but Michael Phelps is a role model to us, not just because of his achievements, 23 gold medals, but also Michael Phelps, if you know his story, he overcame adversity. After 2012 Olympics, he felt depressed. He didn't feel like swimming anymore. And he made some bad lifestyle choices. But somebody got him out of it. His friend was Ray Lewis, NFL linebacker for the Baltimore Ravens, and he helped him out. And Michael Phelps got back on track, trained really hard, and he, as we know in the last Olympics, these Olympics, he earned 5 more gold medals for 23 gold medals total. It's incredible. So what do we have to learn from Michael Phelps, besides relying on your friends to overcome adversity when it happens? What does he say? I wrote down some quotes. He says, you can't put a limit on anything. The more you dream, the farther you get. And he says, all it takes is imagination. You dream, you plan, you reach. You dream, you plan, you reach. This is good advice for every one of us in here. We all have an opportunity, first day of school, to set high goals. To dream about the future, dream about this year, and reach for high goals. What is it we want to accomplish? Each one of us has to do that ourselves. It might be something that you do already and you just want to get better at, right? Again, with the swimming metaphor, maybe you're a swimmer and you want to go faster in a certain event. Or maybe you have a goal that you haven't done yet, a new area. You want to learn a new language. You want to learn how to play an instrument. Something new. That's okay too, right? It might be something really specific. For example, if you're a senior, maybe you say, oh, I want to get 35 points in my diploma program. The point is, you need to reach, right? Reach far, reach high. What else does Michael Phelps say about that? He says, goals should never be easy. They should force you to work, even if they are uncomfortable at the time. And then he says, everything is possible as long as you put your mind to it and you put the work and time into it. Your mind really controls everything. So as we start the new school year and you think about what lies ahead, think about how you're going to push yourself. What goals are you going to reach for? How can you live out the Olympic ideals. We all have this wonderful opportunity to become better than we are now, to grow and learn and improve. We're really, really lucky. And I have to say, you students are really, really lucky because your teachers care so much about you and about your learning. They're here to help you. But there's an old Chinese saying about teachers. It says, a teacher can open the door, but you yourself must walk through it. So think about that. Think about what that means. Your teachers can open the door, but you yourself must walk through it. So I'm going to conclude with that. Thinking about your goals. Think about what you're going to do this year. What do you want to set out to achieve? Right? Think about that. We'll be talking about that in your advisory groups and with your teachers over the next few days and weeks. Okay? And now, just before we conclude, I want to invite some other special people up here. A group of students who have already reached and are doing something extraordinary in just a little bit of just a few weeks' time. This is all around the World Conservation Congress. Environmentalists from all over the world are coming to Hawaii next month to talk about saving our planet. And our wild kids were chosen, despite some adversity, they were chosen to lead and organize the Youth Summit, the worldwide Youth Summit, which is going to be held right here at the Jardin Academy. And so Kylie and Kennedy Ann and Keely are all here to talk about it.
Hi everyone, I'm Kylie.
I'm Kennedy.
And I'm Keely.
And so we're just going to talk about the Youth Symposium really quickly. So Hawaii is really lucky because we were chosen to host thousands of delegates for the World Conservation Congress, and LJA gets to host the Youth Symposium.
So currently our planet is being faced with tons of problems, and the only way that we can solve them is if we all work together. And so the Youth Symposium will be a way for students from all over to come together and discuss how we can solve these problems.
We would like a huge turnout, so if you want to register, a complete itinerary and the registration form can be found at wccyouthsymposium.org.
So we hope to see you all there. We want a really big turnout, so try and make this event great. Thank you.
So the Youth Symposium is just one of many, many great things that are going to happen here this year, but we want to get these guys in front of you right away because it's coming up fast. It's coming up real fast, right? So, in closing, let's think about dream, plan, reach. Nothing is impossible. Think about that word, impossible. By itself, it says, I'm possible. There are no limits. Let's have a great day, a great year. Welcome to 2016-17 and echoing the Olympics. Let the games